Hello everybody, welcome again to Wice World English. And today we have a very interesting topic to talk about for intermediate. Okay, today we're going to practice how to identify people using prepositional phrases and participial phrases. In other books you might find the name adjective phrases, but that's the same, right? Okay, actually today we're gonna practice prepositional phrases because this video is part 1 of 2. Okay, so let's go. So remember, we are gonna practice how to identify people using prepositional phrases. Okay, how to identify people. Okay, prepositional phrases are called prepositional phrases. Well, first of all, because they are phrases and they contain prepositions. Okay, so prepositional phrases are phrases that contain prepositions. Okay, very practical. All right, different prepositions that you practice, prepositions that you have practiced all your life, right? So keep in mind the use of different prepositions in this grammar. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to use prepositions. So the first thing that you need to know, or we need to remember, is different prepositions. For example, where are these people? Look at the pictures, look at the objects around them. We have the board, the sofa, right? Where are these people? Okay, very fast, pause the video and write your sentences. Okay, so let's check the answers for the 3 people over there. Okay, the first one. Where is the man? He's in front of the board, right? In the second picture, where is the man? He's on the sofa. And in the next photo, where is the woman? She's behind the sofa. Okay, so this is the information that I want you to remember. In front of the board, on the sofa, behind the sofa. Okay, let's go now to the prepositional phrases. Okay, so imagine that you are in a room and there are a lot of people, right? There are a lot of people and somebody asks you the question, who's Tom? Somebody makes this question, right? Who's Tom? I don't know Tom. Can you tell me who he is? And you're gonna identify Tom using a prepositional phrase. And you will do this by saying, Tom is the man. Well, you can also say he is a man. He is a man, and this is the moment when you remember the preposition, right? Remember the preposition and the place where the man is located. Okay, he is a man in front of the board. Yeah, and so with that, you identify Tom, or you help somebody identify Tom, right? He's the man in front of the board. Okay, and you have your preposition there, right? And now, can you identify the prepositional phrase? Which part of the clause is a prepositional phrase? That's the prepositional phrase. The man in front of the board. That's the prepositional phrase. Okay, let's go to the second photo, the second drawing. Okay, look at that. Somebody makes this question. Who is Jessica? Or which one is Jessica? Okay, so there are many people in the room. Who's Jessica? And you will say, Jessica is the woman, right? Or she is a woman. And the preposition now, she is a woman behind the sofa, right? She is a woman behind the sofa. And you identify Jessica. Now let's go to the second person. Who's Tom? Who's Tom? Okay, Tom is a man on the sofa. He is a man on the sofa, right? That's how you identify people using prepositional phrases. Okay. Anyway. And those are the prepositional phrases. The woman behind the sofa and the man behind the sofa. I'm sorry, the man on the sofa. One more example. There's a party, there are many people, right? And somebody makes the question, right? Who's Maria? So we need to identify Maria. So we can say Maria is a woman in a coat. right? Maria is a woman in a coat, or Maria is a woman in the red coat. I don't know, it depends, right? Well, there are no colors there, but use your imagination. So you see, so you can identify Maria, because there are many women in the party, but Maria is the only one that is wearing a coat, right? Now, what about the other two people, Pedro and Yumi? Okay, this is the moment when we should make a pause, right? Pause the video and write sentences for more sentences, right? Can you write sentences to identify Pedro and Yumi? And maybe one more to identify Maria. Remember to use prepositions. I hope you pause the video, because now we're gonna see some examples, okay? Some possible sentences that you might have come up with, okay? So let's see, we can say, for example, Maria is a woman in high heels, right? There are many women in the party, but she's the only one with high heels. If you look at the picture, you will see that the other girl is wearing sneakers, right? So it's different, right? Maria is a woman between Paul and Yumi, okay? We can also say Yumi is a woman next to Maria. And what about Pedro? What about Pedro? Pedro is a man in a scarf. Okay, and we identify all the people using prepositions. All right. Okay, we are about to finish this video. Okay, do you remember the high heels and Maria? Who's Maria? Maria is a woman in high heels. But what happens if, for example, there are two women wearing high heels and you want to really identify Maria? Well, you can also use adjectives. You can use adjectives to be more specific and give more information about Maria. Okay, so if you look at the drawing, you will see that Maria is tall or short. Look at the photo. She's tall, right? So we can put tall in the clause and be more specific. So how would you say that? Maria is a tall woman in high heels, right? And you identify Maria, right? Ah, yeah, that's Maria. Yeah, the tall one, right? Because the other one is short, etc., etc. Okay. Well, you can use different adjectives. Okay, Maria is the beautiful woman in high heels. Okay, and different sentences, different adjectives that you can use to be more specific. Okay. Okay, what about Pedro? Remember Pedro and the scarf? Okay, Pedro is the man in a scarf, right? Pedro is the man in a scarf. Okay, once again, Pedro is tall or short, right? Super tall, so you say that. Pedro is a tall man in a scarf. Okay, that's Pedro, yeah, because the other boy who is wearing a scarf is not tall. No, so that's not Pedro. Pedro is the other one. So you identify Pedro, right? Okay, so as you can see, that's it. Very simple, using prepositional phrases, right? In, on, under, behind, next to, etc., between, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so now to finish with this video, I want you to practice using that drawing over there. Okay, use that drawing and write as many sentences as possible to identify the people in the photo. No, imagine somebody asks the question, right? Somebody says, okay, somebody makes the question, right? Who's Mario? Who's Sue? Okay, so write sentences, okay, about the people there. Okay, and that's it for today. Thank you very much again for following me on Wice World English, and now you can also follow us in Facebook. Okay, if you can also find me there. Thank you very much, and in the next video, remember that this is video number 1. There's a second part, okay, for participle phrases. And in the next video, we're gonna see some of the possible sentences for the picture that I show you, and we're gonna practice with participle phrases. And that's all for today. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!